Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Mad News with your host, Diesel, coming to you live and direct from the Mad News headquarters right here in London. So, what is the Mad News for today? Daily Mad News. There's been a lot of outcry about Donald Trump beautiful bill. That's what's been termed. And this beautiful bill is a massive overhaul on immigration, which is gonna have a massive implication. So let's have a look at some of the issues of this beautiful bill. Daily Mad News. Trump put an end to automatic citizenship. I mean, he said,
okay, bye-bye.
No more automatic citizenship for American citizens. So basically what he's done is the president's declaration to end birthright citizenship for children born in the United States to non-citizen parents was challenged almost immediately. I mean, so what Donald Trump's done is with this overall, with this beautiful bill, is ensure that if the dad or the mom is not a American citizen and they come to America and they have a child in America, automatically that child becomes an American citizen. So what Donald Trump has done is put an end into that. He's put an end into that. He said no more automatic citizenship. And you know what? That will come into effect from July the 27th. Daily Mad News. There's a suspension on a refugee settlement program. So no more refugees in America. No more refugees. They're saying to you,
okay, bye-bye.
No more refugee settlement program. What else? No more asylum. I mean, no more asylum in America. Especially in the southwest border between Mexico and no more. He's saying,
okay, bye-bye.
Daily Mad News. Immigration enforcement in sensitive locations. So I think that's one of the reasons why they were rioting most of the states like Miami earlier and stuff like that, because it's increased it. So one of the things that Donald Trump has done while I was reading through this year, so is put $100 billion for ICE to carry out this deportation work. I mean, $100 billion. $100 billion for ICE to carry out this immigration assignment. And what has happened is ICE have now recruited 10,000 new agents. They've recruited 10,000 new agents to carry this out. So that's why you see in the last few days, there's a massive overhaul of immigration deportation. Daily Mad News. So no more catch and release. It's catch and detain now. You're going Guantanamo. So it's stunning. Holding deportees at Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay where they used to put terrorists. You're going on there right now. That's one of the things Trump's done. So basically, almost half of the deportees have criminal record. Yeah, almost half of them have a criminal record. And their only crime is to enter the United States illegally. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Their only crime is to enter the United States illegally. So he's made sure that almost half of the deportees that are here illegally are going back. Daily Mad News. So one of the biggest one that creates a lot of mayhem right now is the attacks on citizenship, which escalates with the Department of Justice denationalization plan. I mean, so let me even play so we won't be talking that much. So to this. So, Department of Justice looking at denationalization for American citizens convicted of certain crime. Let's have a look at this.
On the air because the Supreme Court has just released a potential landmark decision impacting the future of birthright citizenship in the U.S. The justices were asked to roll back nationwide injunctions against the president's attempt to redefine the 14th Amendment, which states that anyone born in the U.S. is automatically a U.S. citizen, regardless of their parents' citizenship status. It's been in place for more than 150 years. But now, in a 6-3 split, the conservative majority ruled that President Trump can move forward with implementing his birthright citizenship change. So it's not directly getting at the 14th Amendment here, but this will have a nationwide impact. Let's go ahead and bring in our Devin Dwyer, ABC's senior Washington reporter, who's been following the Supreme Court on this. Devin, it's not as straightforward as I think a lot of people were perhaps expecting or hoping to hear. So break down what this actually means.
Well, this was a big surprise, Whit, and this is coming from the youngest conservative justice on the Supreme Court, Justice Amy Coney Barrett, 6-3, as you said, in a big win for Donald Trump, saying he can move forward with that executive order that he issued on day one, changing the definition of citizenship in this country.
6-3, guys. 6-3. Daily News. There's more that I want us to go into. So how does this actually work? So what actually happened is the DOJ, which is the Department of Justice, has begun prioritizing stripping nationalized Americans of their citizenship when charged with crimes, according to a recent memo. Now, I'm going to show you the memo right now. So this is the memo that was sent. So this is the memo that was sent and that was signed by Donald Trump. So to all civil divisions employees, yeah. So President Trump and Attorney General Bundy has directed the civil division to resist enforcement authorities to advance the administration's policy objectives. The memorandum described these policy objectives and directs civil division attorneys to prioritize investigation and enforcement actions advancing these priorities. So combating discrimination practices and policies is there, which established to protect the civil rights of all Americans and to promote individual initiative, excellence, and work. So ending, okay, so part of this law is to end anti-Semitism. We have to understand that during this Palestine and Israel and Palestine war, a lot of people have been coming out and voicing out their opinions, showing the Palestinian support and stuff like that. This is one of the reasons why Donald Trump made this law. I mean, he's saying you want to support Palestine?
Okay, bye-bye.
So, the Attorney General also has established Joint Task Force October 7. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
we already know who's behind this new memorandum. We already know who's behind it. So, ending sanctuary jurisdiction. On President Trump's first day in office, he issued multiple directives to secure the southern border, declaring a national emergency at the southern border of the United States, which is Executive Order 14159, protecting the American people against invasion. So they see the people coming in as invasion. So to ensure the United States and local government promote the enforcement of our national immigration laws, he has issued Executive Order 14287, protecting American communities from criminal aliens. Daily News, prioritizing denationalization. So, the Department of Justice may institute civil proceedings to revoke a person's United States citizenship if an individual either illegally procured nationalization or procured nationalization by concealment of a material fact or by willful misrepresentation. So in layman terms, if you get your document by any form of any lie whatsoever.
Okay, bye-bye.
All you guys out there that said you're single, you don't have kids, and you got kids back home is
Okay, bye-bye.
all these people lying in your application that they're chasing you. You're in war, you're everything.
Okay, bye-bye.
Basically, that's basically it. It's they going back in history, checking all this citizenship application and taking people out. I mean,
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
the civil division shall prioritize and maximally pursue denationalization proceedings in all cases permitted by law and supported by evidence.
Okay, bye-bye.
Look at that. The civil division shall prioritize. Let me see if you guys can see very well. The civil division shall prioritize and maximize. The civil division shall prioritize and maximally pursue denaturalization proceedings in all cases permitted by law and supported by evidence.
Kasongo mbona wewe songa libala ugo ye.
Guys, it's over. It's over for all these people. Daily News. On June 27th, the Supreme Court, they enabled Trump's order limiting birthright citizenship. Now, it comes to effect from July 27th this month. For children born to undocumented or temporary visa mothers or non-citizen fathers, from this month 27, you are no longer an automatic citizen of the United States of America.
Okay, bye-bye.
Federal agencies with non-citizen documents in some states amid ongoing lawsuits and legal debate. So, Supreme Court ruling on June 27, 2025 allows Trump's birthright citizenship order to start 27th of July 2025. Children born after February 19, 2025 to undocumented or temporary visa mothers or non-citizen fathers affected. So, if any child that's born after the February 19th is no longer getting a United States citizenship. Okay. And federal agencies will stop issuing citizenship documents to affected children in states without legal blocks.
Okay, bye-bye.
This ruling, the way it's being worded, people that were born to non-citizen parents for all those years are now thinking, are they safe? They might not be safe, because if they trace it back and say, okay, your parents are not from this country, you're not automatically denied, or your citizenship if it's revoked. So this can apply to citizens that have been there before. For example, we've seen cases where people's grandparents have been deported. Daily News.
Alcatraz is nestled deep in the Everglades. It's surrounded by thousands of feet of barbed wire. The facility can accommodate as many as 3,000 illegals.
Guys,
Nice bunk beds.
look,
Now,
are you?
I know words, I have the best words, but there's no better word than stupid.
Guys, look at where they put these people. Guantanamo Bay. This is a prison. Are you? What?
nice bunk beds. Now,
She said, nice bunk bed. Oh my God.
Mamma mia.
Nice bunk bed.
I don't even know who this woman is. I have no idea who she is, where she came from.
She said, nice bunk. Let's listen again.
Alcatraz, it's a place where criminal illegal aliens will be housed before they're shipped out. Alligator Alcatraz is nestled deep in the Everglades. It's surrounded by thousands of feet of barbed wire. The facility can accommodate as many as 3,000 illegals. Nice bunk beds. Now, contrary to complaints, there are medical facilities and other equipment there as well. And the first group of new residents is expected to arrive tomorrow.
The alligator Alcatraz, the idea that it's done to your immigrant at deep. They do get eaten by an alligator or a snake. I guess that's the concept. This is not a nice business. I guess that's the concept. If the snakes are fast, but alligators, we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator, okay?
Kasongo mbona wewe songa libala oh yeah.
This guy.
Escape prison, how to run away. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this. And you know what? Your chances go up about 1%. Okay? Not a good thing.
ICE recognizes the importance of his relationship with his law enforcement partners to carry out his critical mission. Okay, so, and this is what they're looking to do. This is right now, at this moment in time, there were at least one active agreement in place. So all these places. So how many states is not affected at the moment? So there's only one or two at the moment. So basically, most of the states is covered. Restricted by law, agreement prohibited by state. So none of them is pending application. If you see, majority of the states are there. Maybe one or two states have the agreement pending, and one of them is restricted at the moment. Agreement prohibited by law or policy. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 states right now has law in place that prohibits this, where all other states is
Okay, bye-bye.
The UK is actually trying to follow suit the same idea. Some of the rhetorics in the media is bringing out something similar to the American law. I mean, they're saying something like re-immigration. I mean, listen to this woman and listen to what the jargon she's saying.
But we still have a problem. Even if we manage to start intercepting and stopping the boats, we've still got a problem of people who've come here illegally already, very likely, no doubt, to be granted asylum in our ridiculous system, soon to be dispersed in multiple occupancy residences around the country. And even if you just look at people who are here anyway, people who've been born in this country, perhaps, people who
have been born in this country, perhaps. Can you listen to that? Listen very carefully.
Might be 3rd or 4th generation immigrants. You have balkanized communities who don't.
People who might be 3rd and 4th generation. Can you hear that?
Don't share our values, who don't speak our language. In fact, they're more often than not the ones who are forming rape gangs, not people who got off a boat yesterday. So how do we tackle that particular issue? The general public are as worried about that as they are about the boats. And it seems to me that you're going to have to put forward a very radical slate of policies to even begin to touch the sides.
Guys, are you seeing the projection of the media towards this issue? People born here, 3rd and 4th generation. So what that means is, if your granddad came during the Second World War or during the Windrush race, we've seen what happened to the Windrush generation anyway. So this is what they're saying. Even if you come here 3rd to the 4th generation, right now in England right now, they're having conversation about sending people back to where they come from. I mean, what's the future of multiculturalism? What is the future of multiculturalism in this Western world when rhetorics like this can be splotted out? Do you want to re-emigrate people that have been living there from 3rd to the 4th generation? Okay, this brought me to one guy that's on TikTok today, one Mexican guy. His mother was deported. So what the remaining 3 members of the family decided to do, they decided to use their names to apply for as many loans as they can. So right now, they said they have $320,000 between the three of them, and they're going back to Mexico to buy a ranch. They're not going to pay that loan back. I mean...
Okay, bye-bye.
This is the kind of ideas that's bringing people in now. Okay, if you want to chuck us out, we're going to defraud you, and you're not going to get the money back. At least we get something out of the system. And I would just advise every single people out there, if you know you immigrant family, you come to this country, you got family out there, you've decided you want to live the rest of your country, your life here. I'm telling you right now, think twice. Think twice right now. Maybe it's about time for you to start have a little project back home. Have a little bank account back home where you can send money to, or do the same thing the Mexicans just said they did. Rack up loans and go back to your country, because if you don't start planning now, it's gonna be over for you. It's gonna be
Okay, bye-bye.
It's gonna be over for you. So I'm just saying it right now. I'm not saying you should do anything fraudulent, but I'm just saying sort yourself out before they sort you out. Anyway, I know it's been a very, 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 very long and emotional roller coaster for a lot of people, but this is what's happening. Protect you and your family and start making alternative out of the system. Anyway, this is what I got for you. If you like what I do, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Until I see you again in the next episode of the Daily Mad News, it's your boy FOB.
Daily Mad News. Mad News. Daily Mad News.